Hey friends, it's Marie here from Nicole Designs. I get to share with you the Spellbinders Glimmer Kit for November. So for November, the Glimmer Kit is all of these sentiments with a few banner strip dies. You get No Peeking, Merry Christmas. This one is Making Spirits Bright. You get Sending Mistletoe Kisses, which is a really cute one that I use on a card today. Warm Holiday Greetings. You get... Let me hold it up so I can see. You Made the Nice List. There's also You Slay, which I thought was really kind of fun. There's also Twinkle and Shine. And a few more here. You get From All of Us. Sorry, that one's a little bit blurry. And then for the last sentiment in this kit, you get Christmas Blessings. So there are so many different Christmas and holiday themed sentiments here that you can foil and stick on cards. Like I mentioned, you get these dies here that cut out some long sentiment banner strips. I'm going to go ahead and foil some of these sentiments for you just so you can see what they look like. And then I also have a few tips on how to use these dies without foil, which gives you a little bit more versatility if you want a different look for your sentiments. So stick around for that. For these sentiments here, I'm just going to go ahead and foil them. Now, every month, if you subscribe to the Glimmer Kit, you get your glimmer plates, obviously, and you also get a roll of foil. So this month, I got a roll of silver foil, so I'm using that to glimmer these sentiments. I've got two of these sentiments kind of measured out here. I've got them spaced so that after I foil them, I can use those banner sentiment strip dies and cut them out. I do like to tape down my glimmer plates with my washi tape just to make sure they stay in place while I'm running them through my die machine. Now you want to go ahead, let them heat up on your glimmer platform, pop them out, and then run them through your die machine. Now I use a platinum, a Spellbinders Platinum, and it works fabulously. I don't know how this fits into other die cutting machines because I use it with my Spellbinders, but I'm sure it would work with those as well. You might just add a few shims or different things, get the pressure right. I've also noticed with my paper that a smooth paper does really great for taking this foil. I just get really great results if I use more of a smooth paper, so a smooth cardstock or a Bristol smooth. I just seem to get good results with those kind of papers. So just keep in mind what kind of paper you're using, how much pressure you're using, and it takes a little bit of getting used to get a really nice foil. So now that I've got these sentiments foiled, I'm going to go ahead and tape down those dies and just cut them out. And now you have a few sentiment dies that you can add onto tags, you can add onto cards, scrapbook pages, whatever kind of paper crafting you're doing. And it's a really great versatile kit this month for November. So like I mentioned, I'm going to show you a few more things that you can do with these dies. Now, if you want to go ahead and just foil all of these dies at once, you absolutely can. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just lining them up over my paper and over my foil. And then I'm going to go ahead and tape them all down so that they stay in place. Now, when I add my foil and my sentiments and my glimmer plates and everything before putting it out on my platform, I like to put my cardstock down, I like to put my foil down, and then my plates down on top of that, and then I like to tape it all into place. Now, if you have trouble remembering which side up your foil needs to go, just think of it as the back side is the side that's going to stick to your cardstock. I kind of think of that as my sticky side. So wherever you want that foil to stick to, make sure you have the back side on the surface you want to be foiled. So I have the back of my foil to my cardstock because it's going to stick to my cardstock. If I had the back side of my foil to my glimmer plates, I would foil my glimmer plates. And I have done that before. It does not hurt your glimmer plates. They still work perfectly fine. They're just a little bit more pretty. So just keep in mind which way you're putting your foil so that you can foil it correctly. I think of the back side as the sticky side. Make sure you have the sticky side on the surface that you want to glimmer. So I've gone ahead and run this through my die cutting machine. I am just peeling off all of these sentiment strips here, and you have a whole sheet of sentiments that you can now just cut apart with a straight paper trimmer, straight edge trimmer, and add those to all of your projects. Now, like I mentioned, I want to show you a few ways that you can use your glimmer plates without the foil. So this first way here is I'm going to use it like a stamp. So I'm taking some of this Lemongrass Fusion ink from Fun Stamper's Journey. I'm gently tapping this onto my glimmer plates. It's not going to hurt your plates at all. If you're concerned about that, you can always wipe it down afterwards with a little bit of stamp cleaner and it's going to be perfectly fine. You do want to try to gently apply this ink. You don't want it to go anywhere other than the words that you see there. Just get it right there on the words, and then when you press this into your paper, you're using the same sandwich. You're using your glimmer platform, you're going to put your cardstock over it, and then you're going to put your shims down and run it through your die machine. You're using it exactly the same way as you would if you were foiling, only you don't necessarily have to use heat and you don't have to use foil. So if you wanted to use your plates as a stamp, add ink to it and stamp it into your paper, you could do that too. So I put this sentiment sending mistletoe kisses in green, and I will use that on a card later in the video, and I just stamped it with ink, and I think that's a really fun, versatile way. Now I'm going to go ahead and kind of do the same thing. I'm going to stamp some VersaMark embossing ink into my paper, and then you can also emboss with these. So it's the same thing I did. You just put a little bit of ink onto your sentiment here. Be careful when you're picking it up. If you wanted to go ahead and add your ink right onto your plate on your glimmer platform like I'm doing right now, you can do that. Just be careful to make sure that you only get it on the words so that you get a clean impression when you run it through your die cutting machine. So I'm just building the same sandwich. You've got your glimmer platform, you got your plate, your cardstock, and your shims. Run it through your die cutting machine so it presses that ink into the cardstock. I don't know if you can see it here on my bad lighting. Sorry guys, I was crafting early in the morning before any of the sun was up, and I'm working with bad desk lighting, but my time has been short lately. And I've had things going on all over the place, and I just gotta fit in my crafting videos whenever I can. Anyway, so I sprinkled on some gold embossing powder onto that VersaMark ink after I put it through my die machine to press that plate into my cardstock, and then I just went ahead and I melted that embossing powder with my heat tool. So you can also use these plates to press that VersaMark ink into your cardstock and then emboss. And I haven't done this yet with some of my bigger designs, but I'm going to try it. I think if it works with these small little sentiment strips, it should work with your larger glimmer plates as well. So I think that's really fun. I think it's a versatile way to use your glimmer plates. If you don't always want to use the heat or the foil, you can also use it with your inks and kind of use your plates as stamps. Now I'm going to go ahead and add some of these sentiments on a few cards here. I pulled out my Merry Everything Christmas kit from Spellbinders. I've already done a few videos on this kit. It is jam-packed with all the Christmas things, and I have so much left in this kit. I thought, why not add some of these elements onto some cards and then add my sentiment strips on here. This kit makes it so easy to go ahead and make a ton of Christmas cards. If you want to make handmade Christmas cards for everyone that you know, you can go ahead and do that. It's got ready die cuts in this kit. It's got stickers and all the things. I'm going to go ahead and use some of those die cuts and those papers on this card and then add some of those foiled sentiment strips. So right now I'm just gluing down some of these little presents here. I've got this little cat that I'm going to add as well. I think he's so cute. I am gluing these present die cuts on top of some glitter paper, which also comes in the Merry Everything kit. I find that when I'm gluing to glitter paper, a liquid glue works better than a tape runner or a foam adhesive, just because that glue can kind of soak into the cracks of that glitter and really adhere it down well. Now I am putting some foam adhesive behind this kitten and present. It's going to stick over those other cardstock die cuts, so that's going to hold it down really well. And that cat's going to kind of peek up, peeking behind the presents, like maybe he's getting into a little bit of mischief. And I'm going to add the sentiment, no peeking. I thought that would be really fun. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this sentiment apart. It didn't really fit on my card as a straight strip the way I wanted it to. So I'm just going to cut those words apart and then add it onto my card with a little bit more foam adhesive to kind of finish off this simple and quick Christmas card. Now, I didn't show this on camera, but I also went ahead and added a little baker's twine bow, and this baker's twine that I used for this card was from the Merry Everything kit. So there really is everything in this kit that you need to build tags and build cards and build all of your Christmas paper crafting needs. So here is this first card that I used. I'm going to go ahead and make another card. Again, a super simple card. I'm just layering some of that paper and cardstock from the kit onto my card base. A little bow die cut here with some foam adhesive, and these green pieces are actually from another Spellbinders Glimmer set. You have a big glimmer plate, and then you have dies that cut out all of these greenery pieces and a few flowers. I'm not using the flowers for this one, I'm just going with the greenery. I'm going to use that sentiment, sending mistletoe kisses, so I wanted to make sort of an arrangement that looked like a mistletoe hanging off of a big red bow. So I'm using my liquid glue to go ahead and glue down all of these little pieces. I'm not putting glue on the whole piece. I think it's kind of fun if some of those edges kind of stick up a little bit, give it a little bit of dimension, like it's kind of popping off the card. And then I'm going to go ahead and add my sentiment strip. Now this is the strip that I used with that green ink. I want to show you here, I just folded the sides back into kind of a Z looking shape and that will help pop up this sentiment, and it looks like a banner that's going to go over my bow. And I'm just going to go ahead and add a little glue to each side and glue it down. And since I have already folded those sides to help pop it up, I don't really need foam adhesive, but it's also going to give it a little bit of dimension, and I really like how that turned out. So this is a super simple card as well, again using a lot of pieces from that Merry Everything card kit and adding the November sentiments from the Glimmer Kit this month. So those are the cards. Like I said, super simple. I hope this gives you some great techniques on using your Glimmer machine and adding these sentiments to your cards. If you have not already subscribed, please do so, or give it a like, thumbs up, add a comment, or share, and just do all the things. I'll catch you all next time. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.